In last week's episode, you could see why we were thrown out of bed in the River Dart during the storm and what had happened. The storm, making us wait a few days, gave us the opportunity to discover our surroundings a little bit, going on a steam train ride and meeting Andrew, the friendly train conductor, who answered us some questions about Braveheart. While Pengton rather disappointed us, Dartmouth was a pearl in sunshine with excellent hiking paths and beautiful surroundings. I also used the time to repair our oven, and with the storm having calmed down, we first headed to Plymouth and then continued to Regatta, a typical Cornish fishing haven.
After a wonderful evening with fresh fish and chips at the harbour kiosk, a night with a gentle rock, and a morning welcoming us with the possibility of a free drizzly shower outside, we thought we'd sneak around the corner of Regatta to see what the sea was like to continue our way.
Good morning, Captain.
Good morning. We left Regatta Harbour today, and as you can see, here outside is the finest English weather. So we left the harbour, and the weather forecast was like 4 to 5 before, 2 meters of wave, wind against us. We left the harbour, looked around the corner, and decided to turn around to go to Falmouth, what is like 7 miles from here, and to wait for better weather. No way that we would make the 15 miles to Falmouth.
Having arrived soaking wet, it was time for battery monitor inspections, which we had been having some troubles with.
Hey, Ilya!
Oh man.
What is going on? What are you doing?
We have this nice BMW 702 battery monitor from Victronic, and yeah, well, I think I did not connect it very right, because it's showing nonsense, or it like showed nonsense before. Yeah, and now I just reconnect it and put it the other way around, and we will see up if it's worked properly then. This is how it has to look like. The problem was before it showed actually the correct data, but anytime we the engine charged the battery, it doesn't show the correct value. So yeah, well, actually I have not really an idea why, but yeah, we will see. Maybe it's some connection failure. We will see. Maybe it works now.
Nee, du musst doch mal eine Dings. Da steht das noch.
This church, the Holy Mackerel as it was called, was no longer a church, but had been turned into a cafe and a bar. We had never seen a church with such an original name being used for this purpose.
Ihr kommuniziert. Versucht.
We absolutely loved this small hidden village a local sailor had told us to go to. What a great place to spend one's holidays when you can hear nature's sounds so clearly and round up your evening with a short canoe trip or a drink and a bite to eat at the only pub at the waterside and then fall into your bed in your thatched cozy Cornish cottage or your sailboat. Since our fridge was getting more and more empty, we decided to head for Falmouth Harbour. We took our time and did some window shopping. In the local hardware store, Ilya found himself a more stable fishing rod. In a second-hand store, I found a book about Rosamunde Pilcher, whose romantic movies with their setting in Cornwall are well known and loved by many women in Germany. In the book, I found her special recipe for the best scones to be enjoyed with cream tea. When the sun set over Falmouth, we decided to take our dinghy to the dinghy dock once more.
Auf geht's
Auf geht's.
zum Pub.
Zum Pup.
Zum Pub.
We had arrived with the end of the Falmouth week, a week of international sail races of different boat classes. Just after having left the pub, people were suddenly running to the harbour, so we just went with the flow. What was happening? What a wonderful farewell for leaving Falmouth, heading to Gillen Creek, where we waited a couple of days to use a good weather window to make the big jump over the English Channel to France. We had really wanted to go to the Scillies, the southernmost islands of Great Britain, but the suitable winds just did not come. So the Lizard, the name of the peninsula we passed, was the southernmost point of our journey in England. As we sailed out into the English Channel, we could feel the long ocean waves coming from the Atlantic, bringing salty air with them. What a strange feeling, looking into this mysteriously blue and sparkling nothing, knowing that the next land to be seen, if we would leave crossing the Atlantic on a horizontal line, would be somewhere around Newfoundland and Labrador in Canada. According to our time calculations, we were much faster than expected.
Normally the forecast was like 3-4 before, westerly winds, nice sailing condition. And like always in English Channel, there's more wind than we expected. So we are running now 6.5 knots, and the wind is like more like 5 to 6 before. Yeah. So Jana, tell me, how is the ride?
I don't want to talk about it.
A little bit bumpy today, huh?
It's like this. Or no, like this.
I still got an hour.
1 hour of sleep.
1 hour of sleep. Then it's my turn. It is cold. It is wet. It is British weather. It is time to go more south.
Okay,
Good night.
good night.
Tired but happy, we arrived at the Ile du Champ the next morning with wind having left us, but the summer was back.
We just arrived, or we are arriving in Ushant. And hopefully there will be a mooring for us, because for anchoring is a little bit deep here. It's like 14 meters. I don't know.
Okay, Ilya, is the dinghy safe?
I think the dinghy should be safe.
Hello, Ilya.
Hello?
What are you doing?
Enjoying the sun. Finally, after 2 weeks of rain in Great Britain. Now on the bright side of life.
Schmeckt gut? Was gibt's? What is for snack?
Quiche Lorraine.
Besides the quiche Lorraine, which was so good, we also bought a traditional cake from Brittany in the main village Lampaul. The cake is a bit similar to the German cheesecake, but not so sweet and with prunes in it. It has become one of our favorite desserts. We also saw that people brew algae beer on the island, but we didn't dare to try it. We continued our island exhibition with the bikes, and we must say, this island really astonished us.
That's the first lighthouse you see when you cross the Atlantic and you want to go to Europe. Nice.
Oh, look, a goat.
Yeah, we're here at the highest point of Ushant, and next to me is the tower of the surveillance of Ushant traffic separation scheme, just in front here of the island, and of the English channel as well, the French part of the English channel. And what I didn't know, 20% of all the commercial shipping worldwide goes through the English channel. Last year it was like 43,000 ships passed the English Channel. Yeah, and they all have to call Ushant Traffic and say we're here and what we have on board and where do we go and yeah, where do they come from.
We hope you enjoyed the Cornish places and the Ile du Champ as much as we did, and would be happy for your support on our YouTube channel. For more information, have a look on our website and become part of our followers on Instagram and Facebook, to also be able to receive some updates and pictures from in between. Please support us and our filming activities by becoming part of our Patreon crew. We hope to have you on board again next week. Au revoir!